Hello and welcome back to the KoiJesus stream. Today we're going to be doing more advice show goodies. What do they need advice on? My op is in a General Electric A10 right now. And he caught me lacking my Glocky. Any advice on, or this how I'm about to go out? So this is you down here, right? And then your op is in a fucking airplane. Huge fucking machine gun. So here's the issue, right? You were trying to fight an airplane that has a huge gun with no gun. Right? So to denote that you have no gun, I'll do this where your gun would be. No gun. Fellas, how are we getting out of this situation? Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to materialize a gun out of thin air. Practice the dark arts. Is without the dark arts, you're just a motherfucker with no gun. Okay? You're just a broke motherfucker, no gun, no dark arts, no family, no crypto, no hoes, no car, no life. Materialize a gun out of thin air. So yeah, that's your next big step. I know it sounds like a big deal, but really anyone can do this as long as they know what they're doing. And step 3 is you're going to I tried to brainstorm this for a little bit, but realistically you are just a dude with a gun. Even if you practice the dark arts and materialize a gun, like that is still an A10 with a huge fucking thing that shoots off like 17,000 bullets a minute or something, like 500 a second or some fucking dumbass number like that. Like that is a huge plane and a gun. Oh, I feel funny. Oh, no, I'm different. During our relationship, my 22F ex, 30F, she got me with one of her male friends. She lied to me about her whereabouts, left me home all night to take care of her small children, not our children, her children. Then she dropped a bomb on me that her friend was previously in jail for sexually assaulting a minor. She dismissed this like it was nothing, and when I told her how disgusting and horrible it was, she immediately defended him, saying, "You don't know him." We've been broken up for a little over a month because of more cheating and abuse on her part. I get a strange urge to look up her friend's name while I'm sick. After finding multiple sites talking about how he was arrested multiple times for child porn. He was arrested for possession of it, making it available, breach of probation, accessing it, and voyeurism. I don't feel safe even reporting her for having him around her children. Well, that's right, she has kids. Yeah, dude, call the cops. Get rid of his ass ASAP. So the answer for should I talk to her is always yes. And the reason for that is because mama didn't raise a bitch, 1. 2, why would you not? Right? Unless this person has genuinely showed disinterest. I'm going under the pretense of like some girl at school or work, and you just like kind of want to chat with her, but you don't really know her that well. The answer is always yes. You strike up a little conversation, you know, you'll be funny, be yourself, that kind of vibe. And yeah, there's no reason to not talk to someone new, because anyone can be a friend if you give it enough of a chance. And it could be more than a friend, it could not, and no matter what, human connection is the most important part of life. So yeah, go do it. How do you cope with loneliness? This year has been my worst year yet. My father has days left. He's in hospice and end of life. I'm turning 30 this month. I don't really have friends. I just don't have anyone and feel depressed. I've been catching myself dreading the weekends and can't wait for the days to end. All I want to do is sleep. So the first thing that stands out to me here is all I want to do is sleep. That's a very, very, very common sign of depression. Your first thing should be to go find people to talk to. And whenever you do find people to talk to, don't just frame one, bring up like issues or emotions or whatever. Kind of have like a light-hearted conversation, like strike up a conversation with like your waitress at a bar or restaurant. As cringe as it sounds, online chat rooms, you know, don't be a fucking weirdo. You're about to turn 30, you know, don't go on like Discords that have fucking like kids in them. But yeah, like play video games, use the voice chat. People can be real assholes in there, but you can find good people too. My friend always has comments about my boyfriend's appearance. She talks about his appearance, saying things like he's kind of short or that she doesn't like his hair. She always rates him for some reason and says he's a 4. I never say anything about her boyfriend, and it's starting to get pretty hurtful. Ruin their relationship? Maybe she's jealous and wants her to break up. Exactly. She might be jealous of you and your boyfriend's really cool relationship. She might be projecting because her boyfriend's ugly as shit. Yeah, okay, so you need to ruin your best friend and her boyfriend's relationship. You and your 4 out of 10 boyfriend can live happily ever after, and she'll be miserable because she doesn't have a boyfriend. One of my friends coming to visit just dropped a bomb on me. She calls to say she plans on visiting town and asks if she could stay for a week. I talked to my husband, and sure, no problem. She might party a bit, might be back at the house late and smoke in our yard, but not a big deal. Problem is, she called me a week ago to change the trip date sooner. No problem. The thing is, she shows up at our house with everything she owns. The fact that she has no one else is a big red flag. I don't want to throw her and her stuff on the street. However, we are in the middle of starting a family. I need to focus on us. If I was single, I might not care, but I have my husband, dog, and child to worry about. How can I address this? I feel like the easiest way, or like the best thing to do from here is to let her know calmly and nicely that she's allowed to stay for the week, but she's not allowed past that. Realistically, just putting your foot down and setting that boundary, saying, hey, you need to leave by, let's see, this was posted yesterday in a week, so it's like you need to leave by the 10th. You need to leave by the 10th, or like we'll have you removed. My mom keeps taking my money. Oh boy. I, 17, have a fast food job. To keep things very anonymous, I'll say I make $400 to $600 on average every 2 weeks. Lately, my mom's been taking my money. My dad and her both make around $200,000 together, and I know how much their bills cost. And after a calculation, every single bill includes the very occasional fun stuff, and as well as a few $1,000 a month in leniency, just to give them the benefit of the doubt. They should still have somewhere in the $60K left at the very minimum. This month alone, my mom has taken close to $400 from me and said they are for things I know the payments don't come out until a few weeks later. I'm assuming because you're a minor, you have like one of those student bank accounts that like your parents are in control of. My little brother, who is 18, still has one, and I'm the guardian on it because we had a similar issue to this with my dad. Go to your bank, like physical location, and change it so that your mom can't access your bank account anymore. If that's not an option, get your, like, change your deposit from your job to a check, take that to a bank or an ATM and get cash and hide it. That's not saying that she won't find it, but if you can't change your digital currency platform, you can change it to a physical currency platform and keep it in a secure area where she can't get to it. My wife passed away and I need advice. Okay. This one might be a little bit heavy. We've made peace. They understand it was an accident, but the guilt is overwhelming. She was my world. I worked so hard to make her life as comfortable as possible. But I was driving it, and even if it wasn't my fault, I feel responsible. I always had a good relationship with my sister-in-law, but she's been very supportive, but that's the problem. I know it's probably just my mind trying not to be alone, but when I get home, go to our room, our bed, my world comes crashing down. I feel so alone. Oh boy. My sister-in-law is divorced, single. One day while we were eating, I thought that maybe I could be with her in the future. She would understand me visiting my wife's grave and not get upset that my wife will be a part of my life. I know. I must sound crazy, and it's probably just my coping mechanism. Am I wrong for thinking this, or is it possible when two people help each other through a loss like this, feelings can spark? Oh, he talked to her about this. She said maybe one day after enough time has passed, they could try something. Ooh. It is rough. There's no real way to give genuine advice on something like this. I'll keep it real short. Is just human connection, like I said earlier, is the most important part of being alive. If you feel that connection with someone, let yourself feel that connection. And if something doesn't work out or it does work out, then that's okay. That's okay either way. But I can't say in good conscience, like, oh, go for it, or don't go for it, because it really is not my place. I don't think it's anybody except for the original poster and the sister-in-law that's been mentioned. They need to work this out on their own, because there's nothing that anybody ever can say anything unless they've been through this exact same situation, which, I don't know, man. Good luck. Godspeed.